saw Akka pacing around like a tiger in a cage earlier. It makes me nervous.
Ever since they got back from the raid, the mood's been different. They're not being as chummy with the toy soldiers anymore. Used to be, she was at Farah's every night getting drinks with their boss, wasn't she?
Something must have happened. You know Akka, if she thinks someone's taking what's hers, she'll just as soon cut their hands off as ask for it back.
Or maybe it was stupid, but I expected better from them. They've been pretty easy to deal with. When they showed up, I thought they would take the whole village over, but they mostly keep to themselves near the ruins.
You make friends with a crocodile when you live in the water. Maybe now that they're ready to return to land, they're showing their true colors.
Sinhi Ventan, also known as Akka, leader of the pirates. She should be carrying one of the key cards for the control unit, thanks to her current détente with Crest.
Is this Miss Wong? I got this number from a mutual friend of ours. He said you might be interested in some of the opportunities my organization could provide. We do a lot of things. We move freight around, we do some business as petrochemical middlemen, we broker the occasional ship sale. We've been expanding into the east, and our friend suggested you would be in a good position to help us. No, it's not all. Strictly on the books? No. We prefer to operate discreetly on our own terms. We do skirt some legal boundaries, but we reward our inside partners very generously for their help. Sure? Yeah, you can think about it. Don't take too long, though. You're not the only number I have. Call me back when you've made your decision, Miss Wong.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, you're putting words in my mouth. I just... Look, we can talk about this later. I don't like fighting over the phone anyway. Fine. I'll do this.
Thanks a lot.
Deepak, how's your shoulder?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
Don't give me that shit. You tell me if it's bothering you. I can put you on lookout duty until it's healed. If you stay on the boarding cruise, you'll only injure yourself more.
I'll tell you, Akka. Trust me.
You'd better. If I catch you favoring your left side, I'll know you're a liar.
I know.
It's for your own good. I can't have any of you landlocked. I've been through the crew manifest 5 times. None of the names on it match the names on any of the passports we found on you.
Imagine that.
Are you hiding any other documents? Ones that would be a little more helpful.
None that would be helpful, no.
You're pretty cocky for a half-naked man in an electrified cage, aren't you?
I'm just being honest.
Listen to me. If I don't know who you are, then I can't ransom you off. And if I can't ransom you off, then I may as well tie you to an anchor and throw you into the ocean.
That's your call.
Fine. I have better things to do than try and talk any kind of sense into you. Think this over very carefully. When I come back, I want a name. A real one. Water still secure? Any unexpected ships on the radar?
There were a few weird signals earlier, but they were probably fishermen or debris. They're gone now.
Good. I don't want any Coast Guard attack dogs taking us by surprise. We're better defended, but much more conspicuous with the militia here. How about Shu? Any trace?
No, Akka.
What the hell is taking him so long? If he doesn't get here soon, I'm going to have to kill one of those hostages. Keep an eye out for him.
I will. Isn't Crest gonna get mad if you keep him waiting too long?
Maybe.
Won't that make negotiating harder?
Not necessarily. He knows he undersold the value of that control unit. He knows we caught him, and he needs us. If he gets mad about a little delay, it will show me just how desperate he is. And that's good information to have. Have we heard from Solano yet?
No, nothing. The Ecuadorian crew's gone dark.
He might have switched phones again if he thinks internal affairs is sniffing around. Let's give him a couple of days. We have enough on our plate here at home anyway.
There's still no sign of Shu, by the way.
And no one from Chiron has tried to make other arrangements. If Shu flipped, they could be working with the MMEA.
He didn't flip. He knows what would happen to him if he did. If Chiron hasn't tried to change the plan, then it's because they don't think it needs to be changed. Maybe Shu just got delayed at port.
Akka, he's not trustworthy. I can tell. I can always tell.
No one is trustworthy. Trust is always a risk. But trusting Shu pays for guns. It pays for boats. It pays for bribes and tools and outposts and workers. It pays for everything we need to get ahead so that one little company weasel betraying us won't take the whole operation down. Remember that. Yeah. Who do you think it is? That price you sent me is absurd. I'd spit on it if I could. Despite what you seem to think, this is far from my first deal, and I'm not going to settle for pennies when I know I'm sitting on a mint. No. That's nothing to me. Do you understand? If you're not going to make a serious offer, then we're both wasting our time. If you wake up with your head back on your shoulders and come to me with a fair price, then I'll hear you out. But until then, we are done. I'll keep it down tonight. The engineers have been complaining, and if they're not well rested, then we're losing money.
Yes, Akka.
Your name. Tell me your bloody name.
Yeah, you're gonna have to try harder than that.
If you don't start talking, I'll cut one of those ears of yours off, whether or not I know who to send it to. Any threats nearby?
It's all quiet right now. The engineers have finished bunkering the fuel from the Chiron raid. We'll be ready to move it for resale soon.
Good. We'll wait until this business with that militia is done, then offload it.
I'll let the engineers know.
Between the fuel, the ransom, and whatever else I can squeeze out of Crest, it will be a very good month for us. Pick up your phone. Pick up! How hard is it to pick up your phone? You can't even look at the display and see who it is and pick up. How are you that useless? Fucker. Oh, yes, I was hoping he was in. When will he be back? Doesn't he tell you where he's going? No? That's a stupid question. Forget I even asked. You know what? No. No, he doesn't need to know I called. I'll call back later. Just tell him to wait by his phone, or else I'll have to come by in person. Don't stay up all night. We don't need those Videshi soldier boys thinking we're amateurs who can be taken advantage of. At least not any more than they already do.
Of course, Akka.
Tell me why you aren't on that damned crew manifest. Were you using an alias?
I don't remember.
Well, you're the one in the electrified cage. I can wait. Water still clear?
Nothing weird to report.
The fishermen have been getting good catches lately. We won't have to worry about our supplies this month.
Hey, I'd like to book an appointment for the first, please, if possible. Afternoon, please. Oh, it's this mole thing on my hip. I can't tell if it's a little bigger than it used to be. Yeah, exactly. Better safe than sorry, right? That works. Okay, I'll see you soon. Clean that shit up. Your mothers would be ashamed.
Don't have to worry, Akka. We'll handle it.
I'm going to ask you again. Who the hell are you, and what were you doing on that tanker?
I have nothing to say to you.
Maybe a few days without any food will make you more helpful. Are we still safe?
Nothing unusual on the radar.
The lookouts say the horizon's still clear.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah? Why aren't you answering my text? Well, they all say red on them, so clearly you have. Oh, yeah? What bug? What kind of bug? What do you mean? Oh, of course I trust you. I just... Hey, you're putting words in my mouth. I just... Look, we can talk about this later. I don't like fighting over the phone anyway. Fine. See you then.
No storms coming in. The weather should stay clear.
Good. Good. I don't know who lit that signal, and they better hope I never find out. I can't let Crest think we're amateurs. Wait here.
Got it. I have instructions to only let you in, Mr. Crest. Anyone else has to stay outside.
Fine. You heard the man.
Feel free to grab a drink before we start.
I think I will.
Before we go any further, I want to know why you thought you didn't need to tell me what was in that case, or what you were going to do with it. Answer carefully, and answer honestly.
I'm more used to being on your end of this kind of deal, Sinha. And when I am, personally, I don't want to know what's inside the case. Complicates the work.
I'm not you. I conduct my business differently. And when I'm dealing with goods that sensitive, I charge a premium rate.
Oh, fair enough. I regret the misunderstanding, but the rate that we offered was generous, and the help we provided with the rate itself enabled you to take a much larger haul than usual. I'd say you've received your premium rate.
The point is that it wasn't for you to decide on your own. Why should I trust anything you bring to me in the future? How will I know you're not holding something back again?
The only guarantee I have for you is my word. But I'll admit that, just like you, I'm someone who will do whatever it takes to protect my interests.
I can see that. I'd like some air. Walk with me, Crest. How are your men doing? Are Farah's people taking good care of them?
The cooks? They're great. There's nothing better for morale than a meal that didn't come out of a plastic bag.
Here we are. I like coming up here to take in the view and refocus my priorities. We both need that right now.
Agreed. You know I want our organizations to have a strong relationship with each other. Between your network of insiders and the connections you've made with other pirate groups, your syndicate has a lot to offer. But so do we.
Continue.
You're bound to the water by your people and your methods, but through us, you could extend your reach inland. We also have access to a lot of technology that could up the overall sophistication of your ops.
You're assuming I want either of those things.
We have other assets you might need more urgently, too. Something to think about. Sleep on it if you want.
I may do that. Do you like the view?
I do. I've had a soft spot for the ocean since I was a kid.
Me too. Enjoy it as long as you like. I'll find you in the morning, and we'll settle this.
Works for me.
You look like you've got something to say.
Lance is dead, Akka. He is dead in the ruins.
What? What are you talking about? Shu hasn't even docked yet.
The militia must have caught him out on the water. Probably in case your negotiations went poorly. Then he died. Or maybe they killed him. Either way, he's gone.
That shitbag Crest. All that talk about partnership, and he goes and does this. I bet he wants us dependent on them. Desperate for their scraps. I'll show him desperate.
Thanks.
I'll make him beg for his life.
Akka, do not jump to conclusions.
This has nothing to do with you. Stay out of my business. You, light the signal. I'm ready to start the meeting.
Right away.
Gosh, do I feel...
What? No. This is Shu. Piece of shit, Crest. I told him not to fuck with my business. I need to call the meeting. Then I can gut him myself. You, like the signal. I'm ready to start the meeting.
Right away.
Feel free to grab a drink before we start.
I think I will.
You see yourself as a real chess master, don't you, Crest?
What do you mean?
The case we took? The controller. You decided what I did and didn't need to know about it. You manipulated me and my men to do what you needed without asking for too much in return. That was your strategy, right?
I really just didn't think you'd want to know. Your hands are cleaner that way.
Oh, I appreciate your consideration then. How lucky that you know what's in my best interests when I clearly don't.
I didn't say that, Sinha.
Oh, you did. With your words and your actions. I'm sorry. Would you mind if we got some air? The atmosphere in this room isn't helping.
Sure. Some fresh air would be a good idea.
But watch your step. The footing gets a little loose here.
Yeah, I've noticed. Just hear me out. You know I want our organizations to have a strong relationship with each other.
You have a strange way of showing it.
Between your network of insiders and the connections you made with other pirate groups, your syndicate has a lot to offer, but so does my militia. We could extend your reach inland and provide technology to up the overall sophistication of your ops.
I'm sure you could. The problem is that I don't want any of that.
I might have other assets of more immediate interest to you, but you need to give me something to work with. What is it that you actually want out of me?
I want associates who respect me enough not to fuck with my business, Crest. That's it.
We're just talking in circles now. This meeting may have been premature. Take some more time. We can iron this out in the morning.
That's a good idea. Hope you find the view from here enjoyable at least. I'd hate to think the walk was for nothing.
Huh? Oh, sure. Probably the best vantage spot on the entire island, isn't it? Hell of a view of the ocean.
It is. Do you like the ocean?
Yeah, always have.
Me too.
Well executed, 47. Evidently, Akka was more than happy to do our dirty work.
She's always treated me well.
That's one problem taken care of.
I'm glad you could meet with me, Mr. Piombo. Obviously, we don't get ferry service out here, so I'm glad that you were willing to go so far out of your way.
No problem. What do you need?
When I heard an experienced smuggler like you was working in the area, it was too good an opportunity to pass up. We recently came into possession of some hot cargo, and we can't risk moving it too openly. You know how to drive a submarine, yes?
I do what it takes to get what I need.
Oh, we have that in common. If you're interested, I need you to take the cargo to a dead drop point due west of here. Your payment will be there too. I can give you the coordinates and the goods before you leave. It'll be dangerous, but it'll be worth your trouble.
Just how I like it.
Sounds like we're in business then. Why don't you enjoy yourself on the island for tonight? Come back tomorrow and I'll give you everything you need.
Groovy.
Good. I mean it. You can't hang out here. Go. We'll talk more tomorrow. Did he trip and fall off a cliff or something? Oh, where the hell did that idiot burnout go? Did that hippie dirtbag actually ditch me? Yes, what?
I got one of the hostages. He got loose.
Oh, for God's sake. Which one is it?
The tanker captain.
Don't let him out of your sight. We need him for the payout.
Yes, Akka.
unbelievable. How did they even break out to this damn cage? This useless piece of trash. The hostages can't have gone far. I want everyone out looking until they turn up.
God damn it.
Just know that if you let up for 1 second, I am going to put my thumbs through those pretty eyes. You're a real creep. You know that? Are you waiting for me to beg? I'll see you in hell. Come on. Look at you, coward. I can't believe this.